today's gardening and prepping. My name is Teresa. I'd like to welcome you out to the shed of many names, because this video was planned to be done in a couple of days, but I'm going to have to roll with this video because family accidentally locked me out of the house. And, well, my keys are inside the house, so I have to wait till they get back home from work. But I'm a survivor, and we're going to roll with this video. And I will try not to laugh throughout the video because it's hilarious. Okay, today's subject is going to be making different kinds of instant oatmeal. Yes, you can make your own instant oatmeal. I'm tired of the stuff they sell in the store, because if you read the labels, it's colored, flavored, dried apples. Well, we're not going to be having any of that fake stuff. If it's going to say blueberry, guess what's going to be in it? Real blueberries that I dehydrated myself. Now, I have a whole bunch of different mixes that I'm going to be doing, and yes, the recipes will be in the description box below if you don't take notes during the video. That is fine. Let me scoot you up so you can see a little bit better. Now, I also understand not everybody will have the ingredients that I'm using. If you don't, just improvise. Now, by the time I get through mixing each of the recipes up, the only thing you have to use is hot water. Boiling water is easy to do. You can, if you still have power, you can do it on your stovetop, campfire, propane cooker, you name it. Because the only thing you're going to have for this is a pot, hot boiling water, and a lid. Because this is, I'm using instant oatmeal. Don't use the old-fashioned oatmeal, because that one you have to cook for a while. This one is instant oatmeal. Hold on a minute. Sorry about that. Either it's another neighborhood dog or squirrels. That poor dog is psychotic about squirrels. So, let's get started. Now, like I said, I know not everybody has all the ingredients. If you don't have it, you don't have to use it, or you can get a hold of it easily. It's not hard to get a hold of. All right, let's move the camera down, and let's get busy. Now, I have my 1 quart, 1 pint. Oh, good grief, give me a minute. Quart. There we go, quart-sized bags. Now, I'm making for 2 of us, and my other half loves his oatmeal. Absolutely loves his oatmeal. So, instead of doing 2 servings, I'm going to be mixing 3 servings. That man is crazy about his oatmeal. I'm good with 1 serving. I add just a little extra. Now this one's the only one that's going to be a little different from the other ones. And this one, when you go to mix this one back up, you're only going to need 2.5 cups of boiling water. And we'll go on and I'll mix everything in the bag. Go and put your oatmeal in. You're going to want, and I go on and add it because it's just simpler, because if you're on the run or something like that, all you need is hot water. You want a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and I use pink Himalayan salt. And of course this is brown sugar and cinnamon. Okay, we're going to get this to work. There we go. he likes his sweet. So I'm doing, it's going to be 2 heaping tablespoons. And we're going to use 2 teaspoons. 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. And use good cinnamon. Now, if you wanted to, you can add your powdered milk. Now, yes, I know powdered milk's horrible. Do not use the low-fat powdered milk. Get your powdered milk as whole milk. And all that is brown sugar, cinnamon, oatmeal, and salt. That's it. Now, if you wanted to, you could add allspice, cloves, whichever you like. Now, all you do is you put your ends in the little tray. However your machine works. I try to make sure that the sides are smooth. Hopefully you can see better now. I cut the light on my camera. Okay, you're going to open the lid. You're going to take your edges, make sure that they're together. Put them in there. Put your lid down. Try to make sure that there's no divots. Put it in operation. And push the vacuum. And see, it vacuums and automatically seals it. Okay, and once your lights go off, it's done. Open it up. Should be hard as a rock, and it is. Alright, now, before I sealed it, I'd already wrote on the bag, because it's a whole lot easier to write on the bag before you do anything. Brown sugar and cinnamon oatmeal. I know I have to use 2.5 cups of water, hot water, and I done it in December of 21. There's one down. And I plan on when we all know it's going to finally hit the fan. Our 2 main meals are going to be breakfast and dinner, or supper to some people. I'm not going to be worried about lunch. It might be a snack or something. But you're going to want a hearty breakfast, and you're going to want a hearty dinner / supper. Okay, next one. It's going to be pumpkin pie oatmeal. Once again, you want 1.5 cups of oatmeal. Just a little bit more. Okay. And see, I already have my bag. Pumpkin pie oatmeal, 2 3/4 cups of water, and I'm packing it in 1221. The reason why I'm adding a 1/4 cup more water, because there's going to be dehydrated pumpkin in here. There's going to be powdered milk. And you want to make sure you have enough water to make sure those get dehydrated as well. Okay. And this is my fresh homemade dehydrated pumpkin. And I'm going to see how this looks. See, that's a half a cup. Yep, half a cup's going to be plenty. And of course, go on and add your half a teaspoon of salt to the bag. Okay, and I want cinnamon. There we go. 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. I want 1 teaspoon of ginger. And I think just for the heck of it, I'm going to add some Jamaican allspice. Oh, it smells good. I want about a half a teaspoon. Oh, I forgot to add that another one. That's okay. I like a little bit of butter in my oatmeal, so I use butter powder. And I'm going to use half a tablespoon, because that stuff reconstitutes very well. I want just a hint of butter. I don't want a whole lot of butter in there. Now, if you like more butter, go for it. Now, I want this to be creamy, so this is powdered whole milk, and it makes a huge difference, This, I can actually drink reconstituted, and it's not hard to find. And I just can't help it. I cannot stand just regular powdered milk. It's horrible. And I'm going to want a half a cup. And that's going to be plenty. And you want to make sure you don't get any on your edges that can mess up your sealing of the bag. I'm going to put this over here, and I'm going to want some brown sugar in here. One tablespoon, 2 tablespoons, and in this one I'm going to add just a little extra because we've got the powdered milk in there, we've got the spices, and the pumpkin, believe me, is not sweet. Just for a little added extra, a different layer of flavor, I'm going to add a tablespoon of honey powder, and that should be plenty. And like I said, you want to make sure that you get things mixed up. Make sure there's no powder along the rim of your bag to mess anything up. Open up your vacuum sealer. Pull your bag together. Put it down in the little divot, little tray. Put your lid down and turn it down to operating. Wait till you see a light. I'm doing dry, so this is going to be some wonderful homemade oatmeal. Now, if you wanted to, you could get the pint-sized bags and do them in single serves. Okay, but both lights are off. And there we go. Another rock. Pumpkin pie oatmeal. All you need is hot water. Okay, next one on the list is cinnamon apple oatmeal. Like I said, you can adjust the amounts of oatmeal for you if you're single, or if you have a larger family. You can do enough oatmeal for one big breakfast. Just get the gallon size bags, and that way you can make them in one batch instead of doing a whole bunch of little batches. Just make sure everybody's going to eat that kind of oatmeal at one time. Go and put my half a teaspoon of salt. Okay, now this is a bag of freeze-dried apples that I bought at Dollar Tree. One bag is exactly enough for one of our servings of oatmeal. Now I'm going to crush them up just a little bit, because that way the apples get dispersed throughout the oatmeal, and it's not just a few big chunks. And see, there's a few big chunks. Just go in, break them up. Oh, those smell wonderful. Oh, they smell wonderful. And what I like about it, the only ingredient in them, freeze-dried apples, nothing else. And that equals a half a cup. And let's see. And it's cinnamon apple. So I definitely want 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. want a teaspoon of ginger. Just a little bag. I prefer to mix it already in the bag. Sometimes it can be a little headache, but just persevere. Okay, that's a full teaspoon. And I want some butter in here. And this is freeze-dried butter. Now let's just do a tablespoon. And want some brown sugar. Reason I do brown sugar, it has molasses in it. Yeah, I know a lot of people can't do the sweetness, but just also make sure that you have potassium in your system. Molasses is the best way to get potassium, for me especially. Blackstrap molasses, I can get potassium in my system faster than bananas can. Okay, I got my apples, my cinnamon, my butter, salt, everything in there that I need. Double check. Open up your vacuum sealer. Make sure your edges are pulled together. Put them in the little tray. Sometimes they want to be obstinate, so keep an eye out on that. Wait till your light comes on, push vacuum. Okay, it's done. And see, you know it's back now. It'll be smushy, but there's no air in there at all. Let's move that over. Alright, next is strawberry oatmeal. Clean up my mess. Try my best to stay organized. Once again, I want 1.5 cups of oatmeal. Just a tad bit more. Okay, there we go. Like I said, it needs to be the instant oatmeal. I know a lot of people prefer the old-fashioned, so do I, but when you don't have time to cook food, this will be a great help to you. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Strawberry oatmeal. Okay, and this is going to be strawberries and cream. Now, you can get freeze-dried cream powder. I just don't have it. So, I'm going to be using powdered milk. At least I know that there's going to be real strawberries in it, not colored apples. And I want a half a cup. And like I said, this is whole milk, powdered milk. It makes a giant difference. It really does. I already got my salt in there. In goes my powdered milk. I want a tablespoon of butter powder. And like I said, this is freeze-dried butter. And this one, I'm going to use the honey powder. Unfortunately, it's a mixture of freeze-dried honey and sugar. Not happy about it being sugar. I was hoping it was going to be just honey. I'm going to add three tablespoons. Now, of course, like I said, he likes his oatmeal sweet. So, therefore, I do like my oatmeal sweet also. You can adjust the sweetness. You can use other things. But please, just don't use artificial sweetener. It is so bad for you. And I try to, as gentle as I can, mix the powdered and dry ingredients down into the oatmeal. Because that way it doesn't get sucked up into your vacuum sealer. Now, here's some more freeze-dried strawberries that I got from the Dollar Tree. Let's see. Only ingredients, strawberries. Alright, I'm going to pop the bag just a little bit, because these are whole slices, and I want to just break them up a little bit, and that way there's strawberries throughout the oatmeal. Oh, that smells good. And you know what the best part? It's not freeze-dried, artificially colored and artificially flavored apple chunks. This is real strawberries. Yeah, you might not get big chunks of strawberries. If you want big chunks of strawberries, you don't have to crush them. But look at how pretty that is. It's going to taste amazing once you make your oatmeal. And I would do a cooking test for you. Can't do that because I can't boil. Well, I can boil water out here. I just can't get to water. Okay. Let's see. I got oatmeal. I got my powdered milk. I got my salt. I got my honey powder, my strawberries, my butter. And you know what? I'm done with this one. And like I said, I already have my bags labeled strawberry oatmeal. I should have wrote strawberry and cream oatmeal. I know I need 2 3/4 cups of hot water. And I've made this December of 21. One of the bags, apparently I was jumping the gun on. I wasn't making it of December 21. Apparently I jumped to 31 somehow. I lost 10 years and I busted out laughing at myself. And like I said, make sure your bag, the edge of your bag is in the tray. It depends on how your food saver works. Click it down to operate. Wait till your light comes on. Push the vacuum button. And I love doing these. They're simple, they're easy, they're homemade, and you know what's in them. Only thing I wished I had was the powdered cream. But eventually, I will get that freeze dryer, and I'll make my own powdered cream. I will make my own powdered cream. And always double check, make sure, hard as a rock. And there's your own homemade real strawberry and cream oatmeal. And all you have to do is store these in a tub out of the light and use them when you need to. Now these ended up being ugly, but that's okay. I know what they are. These are, no, they're not burnt. These are dehydrated frozen peaches. From now on, I'm going to dehydrate fresh peaches, but they still taste good. I'm going to need a cup and a half of oatmeal, and it's instant oatmeal. Make sure it's instant oatmeal. And I'm doing like peaches and cream. Let's see. Half a teaspoon. Here we go. My half a teaspoon of pink Himalayan salt. Jana! And if you're doing like the peaches and cream, strawberry and cream, you're always going to want a half a cup of the powdered milk. Now, if you're blessed to have the freeze-dried cream, you'll have to read on the container what the amount will be, because I'm not blessed to have that at the moment. So, I can't tell you, but if you have it, definitely go ahead and use it. Like I said, be careful how you pour it into your bag. And sometimes these bags like to fight you. They just don't realize they're going to have to give up. Because I'm going to win. And I want to go on and try to get that worked down as much as possible. And yes, I know it's peaches. I still like to add a little bit. I like to add some cinnamon. So, I like cinnamon in my peach cobbler. what the heck. I'm going to add a little ginger to it too. A teaspoon of ginger. Oh, butter. I almost forgot the butter. A tablespoon of dehydrated or freeze-dried butter powder. I'm going to use 2 tablespoons. Yes, I know they're kind of heaping. It's your choice how you do it. 2 tablespoons. Oh, man. Honey powder has dust. And that tasted really good. And I want just a hint of brown sugar in there. So I don't want a whole lot, but I want a good hint. So I'm going to do a heaping tablespoon. Now, if you don't have the honey powder, you can use regular cane sugar, like Domino, or stevia, or you can just use brown sugar. There's many things, many options. Now, only thing left is the star of the oatmeal, and that's the peaches. And see, they dried really weird. They dried flat, but I tasted them, and they're still good. They're just different. Okay, there's my ½ cup of dehydrated peaches. Now, you can also use freeze-dried, whatever you can get on hand. You can also make mango oatmeal. Any kind of really good freeze-dried fruits. You can use dehydrated fruits. You can make fig oatmeal. Just make sure that they're good and dry. That's the key to it all. And there we have a beautiful bag of peaches and cream oatmeal. And like I said, I already have the bag labeled, how much water hot water I'm gonna need, and I made this December 21. Uh-oh, get in there. Try to make sure that the sides are straight as possible. That way it can suck all the air out. And if you hear crispy, crunchy noise, that's a good thing. That means it's really sealing. It's crunching down the peaches. And I had previously chopped those peaches, so I don't need to crunch them down any further. Look at that. Hard as a rock. And there's us a whole breakfast. And we know exactly what's in that breakfast. Last but not least, we have blueberries and cream oatmeal. Now, of course, I'm going to go back through once the video is done, because I didn't want to bore y'all with making the same batches, 2 of the same batches each time, so I'm doing one batch of each, and then once I'm done with the video, I'll go back through and do another run of the oatmeal. Okay, we want our half a teaspoon of salt. Let's go on, and these are adorable. Believe it or not, I bought these and they smell so good. These were frozen blueberries at Dollar Tree, and they dehydrated beautifully. And of course, once that hot water hits them and you let it set, all the fruit's going to rehydrate, and it's going to be wonderful. Okay. Let's see. I want my butter. Tablespoon of butter powder. And like I said, blueberries and cream. Real blueberries, not colored, flavored pieces of apples. And I want a half a cup of the powdered whole milk. It might not give it as creamy a texture as powdered cream, but you know what? You're going to get your dairy. Now, of course, if you can't do dairy, you can leave it out and just make plain blueberry oatmeal. Now, blueberries go very well with cinnamon. I'm just going to use just a hint of cinnamon. I don't want a whole lot, but I want just enough to kind of be there, and you know it, just a little bit. So I'm doing a heaping teaspoon of cinnamon. I want 2 tablespoons of the honey powder. And just for a little bit of kick and a little potassium in with it, I want a heaping tablespoon. And like I said, I'll have the recipes. You can adjust the sweetness the way you want it. You can make it sweeter. You can make it unsweet. It's whatever your preference is. Just watch your measurements, because you can overdo it. And believe me, all you got to do is heat your water up and mix it together. And then this way, you don't have to worry about having all the other ingredients. Everything's in there. The only thing you're going to need is hot water. A little time of prepping and getting it ready is going to make a big difference in the long run. here we have the last one. See how quick and easy that was? There's 1, 2, 3. Well, I could have done faster, but I didn't want to go too fast. 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6. Hold on, let me cut this off. 6 extremely healthy breakfasts. Well, maybe not extremely healthy, but good for you. Good for you breakfast. Everything you need. Only thing you need now is for this one. This one, all you need is 2.5 cups of boiling water in a pan or something that you can put a metal plate on top of, some kind of lid. Boil your water, take it off the flame, add this to it, stir it well, cover it up, and let it sit for a couple minutes. And you got a hearty brown sugar and cinnamon. This one, cinnamon apple oatmeal. 2 3/4 cups of boiling water. Put it in there. Of course, boil your water, take your water. Just wait till your water comes up to boil. Take it off. Have your bag open. Stir all the ingredients into your water. Stir it real good. Put the lid on and let it sit for a couple minutes or so. So everything will rehydrate and the oatmeal will cook. And you've got an amazing breakfast. Or a dinner. Or whenever you want to eat it. Simple, easy. And let me tell you, these vacuum sealed meals are a whole lot lighter to tote in totes than canning jars are. It's a whole lot faster, and most time, only thing you need is hot water. I hope this has encouraged you to make your own instant oatmeals. You can change the ingredients, but you want to try. The only thing that you change of the oatmeal, if you're making it for a single person, you only use 1/2 cup. Double, you use a cup. I'm making 3 servings because my other half is an oatmeal fiend, and I want a chance to get some of the oatmeal myself. So I'm making 3 servings. You don't have to do that many. Now, if you've got a big family, you can get the gallon seal meal bags and make bigger batches. That way you can feed your whole family in one go. Simple, easy, homemade. And like I said, some of the ingredients you might not have, just improvise. People do with what you can. I hope this encourages you. I hope you've enjoyed this video, because I've had fun making it for you. And I just now wait till I can get back in the house. Simple, easy, and believe me, I've learned a lesson. Watch out for family. And all jokes aside, make sure I always keep the keys on me regardless, because this was an accident, but I'm having fun making jokes about it. Everyone, take care. I hope you enjoyed this video. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Please click like, share this video far and wide. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Everyone, take care. Stay safe and sound. Stay positive, no matter how hard it is. Keep the people up in Kentucky and everywhere else in your prayers. Everyone, take care. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. And may you each be blessed. I'll see you soon.